Now you have a copy of the fake New York Post.
Yeah, we're screwed.
The thing,
we
the thing
make
that really
the news,
amazed me is you distributed 1 million copies of this.
Sure, it depends who you believe. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good number.
1 million copies.
1 million's a lot.
Yeah. That's why we chose that number.
Yeah, that's why. You know, I'm going to go home and go online. I bet there's an even bigger number. I'll call you.
Any number you want,
yeah,
really.
you can say even bigger numbers if you want.
Yeah.
So that's a lookalike New York Post. What was their reaction to
Well, they said they were flattered, but they wrote this really vitriolic little article about it, and they actually arrested a couple of people distributing it in front of the Post 2 days ago.
Is it? I don't know. Is it libel or slander? I don't know. But is it?
No.
Is it illegal? Is doing that illegal?
No.
Claiming that you're
no.
No, it's not.
No. Earlier you said we make the news. We're people who make the news. This is actually.
You actually
news.
did make the news.
Yeah, this is the first thing that we've done where we've actually researched every last bit. Every single thing in this paper is completely true
so this
and
is
vastly
This is not like The Onion. These are not jokes.
No.
This is actual
and it's
shocking but true.
Yeah, like the
Give me an
mayor's
example.
report. Well, the cover story, we're screwed. What you're not being told, official city report predicts massive climate catastrophes, public health disasters, etc. And it's true. Bloomberg's office commissioned a report that was released in February 2009. Blue chip scientists, big grant for it, and it predicts all sorts of horrible things for New York: flooding of the subways, infrastructure failure, massive health disasters, and so on. And it basically got no press, certainly not in the Post, barely anywhere else. And so we published it front page news. It should be front page news that we're screwed.
Yeah, it's good to know.
And then the second page is the Pentagon is terrified of global warming. Former commander-in-chief of CENTCOM says that unless we do something now, we're going to pay with human lives later in military conflicts. And, that goes on and on.
I did see that headline. But you're right. These things, that's right, they weren't very well publicized.
And then there's the giant carbon counter that Deutsche Bank had the gall to install over Madison Square Gardens or nearby.
The carbon counter that reads out, it's a running tally.
Tally of the total number of tons of CO2 in our atmosphere.
Now, why is that outrageous?
Well, because Deutsche Bank is actually spewing a lot of those tons of CO2 into our atmosphere.
I think they're hypocrites.
Go out on a limb.
And I'll tell you why.
Really?
Wait, hear me out.
This will too. No, but I mean, not only why you might expect, because they finance airlines and coal mines and so on and so forth. They actually trade coal itself as of like 2 years ago. They've established whole offices to trade coal itself.
So they're trading coal, and then here they are being as green can be.
Exactly.
In public.
Yeah.
No, Andy,
exactly. I was right. My hypocrite.
Your second movie is about to come out. The Yes Men Fix the World. It's
right.
Being released October 7th.
And this Halliburton scene will be in that.
It will. So will well, not this, but the New York Times, the fake New York Times.
So you're like Sacha Baron Cohen, but with a public conscience. How would you describe it?
I don't think he liked that comparison.
Oh, no, I did.
Oh man, I'm like 0 for 2. Suppose you're sitting next to someone on a plane and they say, "What do you do for a living?"
Well, we're like Gandhi, except we don't expose ourselves.
You're like Gandhi, except you don't expose yourself.
Yeah. No, we try to use humor to make a serious point. We try to make people laugh a lot and do completely outrageous things, but always with a point and making it clear how absurd the system that we've built really is. And
what was the high point of your career thus far? What moment what will be the first line of your obituary? Whether you're the guy who wouldn't it be the CNN interview? Union Carbide. Wait,
the BBC thing.
I'm sorry, the BBC thing. My mistake.
Well, first would be getting out of the tombs at 12:30 today. Although I had a great time inside, I met a lot of interesting people. But yeah, maybe the BBC. The BBC.
You got yourself interviewed by the BBC.
Yeah, on the 20th anniversary of the Bhopal catastrophe, in which 20,000 people died in India, and the company that was responsible basically didn't compensate the survivors. It was to the tune of $500 each. Never cleaned up the site, and when Dow Chemical
posing as a representative of that company,
we got ourselves invited onto the BBC.
Dear
just
God.
a fake website.
Dear
hanging out
God,
there.
I thought I was a bad boy.
And we announced that we were going to do the right thing. Terrible boys. Yeah, we were actually going to clean up the site and compensate the survivors and do all these great things. Not typical bad boy behavior, but the stock market was appalled, punished Dow by taking $2 billion off its stock value in 20 minutes.
Yeah, my wife and I lost our house.
Yeah, sorry. I guess I am a bad boy.
Didn't think about that, did you?
No. Well, I did, but
Little people in New Jersey had put all their money in that stock.
Deserved it.
Yeah, I deserved it. I guess we did.
That's what you get, Andy, for being funny and not having a point.
You're right. I see the error of my ways.
Well, we are out of time. Andy Bichlbaum, your new movie opens October 7th at the Film Forum. The Yes Men Fix the World. Thank you, Andy.